What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Rhonda's Real Talk, where people come for the food, but they stick around for the conversation. And before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all. Today, we are having some cucumber sushi boats. I'm really excited about this. I think this is my first time making these. I'm like, I made something with cucumbers, but it wasn't this. So, yeah, I'm excited. I've been seeing this on social media. It was very easy to make. And let's get to it. I think I'm going to start with the shrimp. The freshness and the crunch of the cucumber, I love that. This was so easy to make. I recorded myself making this, so there is a short on the channel for you to see how to do this. Like I said, super easy to put together. I can see steak being really good on here, chicken. Like, you can put anything on here, y'all. Make it your own. All I did was cut the cucumber in half, remove the inside. Added in some, I put in some jalapeno garlic pepper at the bottom, put in some rice, added in tuna on one, added shrimp on this one, topped it with some spicy mayo and some sesame seeds. This one has avocado on top of the tuna, sesame seeds, spicy mayo. And spicy mayo, this is just mayo and sriracha. I've been seeing this a lot on social media. Let me make this. I can't see myself eating all three though. And this is my first meal, but I think I'll probably get through this tuna one and that's it. Our spicy mayo is good. Shout out to everybody that has been supporting Good as Can Be. And also shout out to y'all that supported the small batch that I was able to get. Y'all got a very small amount of seasonings. I uploaded it on the website a couple days ago. It might be sold out by the time this video comes out, but I should have a full restock with everything on October, November, around that time. It's just been tough out here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It has been tough. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on some seasonings. I was able to get all-purpose and Cajun lemon pepper, no jalapeno garlic pepper. Here's the tuna one. I'm waiting on my manufacturer to get back to me on pricing. The jalapeno one, I'm just trying to see how much, you know, things are going to shift. He was telling me that garlic and pepper, among a lot of other spices, have increased significantly. So he just kept on saying significantly during our call. So I'm like, well, how much is it? So I'm waiting on his email, you know, to let me know how things are going to change for the future. So we'll see. Oh, that's good. And I ain't even get no avocado with that bite. So yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all support as good as can be. This year makes 5 years, and you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. And it's like, there's just so much that comes along with business that goes on behind the scenes. Just decisions you have to make. Ways to scale, times to pivot, you know, what to add to expand, you know, the business. This was so good. It really is. Like that texture, the crunch, a little creaminess from the avocado, but also creaminess from the sauce. I can taste the jalapeno garlic pepper. Y'all, I really want to watch some TV shows, some series, some movies. Let me know what y'all watching. So I have, what do I have? I have Netflix, Hulu, Prime, Peacock, Max. What y'all watching? What is keeping your attention? I want to get Apple TV. There are so many things that look good on Apple TV. I will tell you, so by the time this comes out, it'll be September. But it felt good to like get my bearings, like get myself together, like get back into filming and editing and stuff like that. So y'all gonna see a lot more of me more consistently. And I just want to keep going, keep that momentum, you know, flowing, because yeah, I be missing y'all for real. And I love, you know, just connecting and hanging out with y'all. Like, I love seeing y'all in the comments. I love having conversations, going back and forth. So yeah, y'all are going to see more of me, and I hope y'all looking forward to that, because I can't wait to see y'all. This is such a good bite right here. Look at this last little bite. Look at that, y'all. And it's like, it's a little bit spicy from the sriracha. Like, this is so good. I mean, and it's like nice to not use utensils, like to use my hands. And cucumber is so good for you. So when I cut them in half, I remove the middle of it. I'm gonna use that for like a smoothie. That'll be the easiest way for me to use it, is to just throw it in a blender when I'm making a smoothie in the morning. Y'all, why was it cold as hell outside this morning? It was so cold. Like, it is fall. It's the last day of August. And it's like basically fall. At least in the mornings. In the mornings, it is cold. I went grocery shopping this morning. I stepped outside because in my mind it's summer. I mean, because it is. Technically. Man, I had to run back up in the house and get me a jacket. I was like, girl. So, yeah, it's basically fall. I'm looking forward to doing a bunch of fall activities. And it's like all these things I talk about I'm going to do, y'all. And I don't know what happens. Like this summer, y'all, I did not get in the pool in my complex one single time. Now, I went swimming a few times other places. I did not get in my own pool. Not one time. So every time I planned on going swimming in summer, it rained. It was a very rainy summer out here in Columbus. And y'all, I did not get in the pool. I didn't. And I'm like, Rhonda, how we let another summer go by? So, yeah. I had so many plans. I'm gonna take this last little bite and we're gonna get into a viewer topic. Y'all should try this. Really good. Before I get into this topic, if you have a topic, a situation, or a question that you'd like me to ask here on the channel, hit me up at rhondasrealtalk@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at rhondasrealtalk. All right, so shout out to Cadence. Cadence messaged me on Instagram and she messaged me about her best friend. I got to put the air quotes in there, best friend. All right, so Cadence was explaining to me that over the last year and a half, she has been locked in. She's been on a journey to pursue her dream job. So she knew exactly what she wanted and she knew exactly what she had to do to get there. So she's been, studying. She's been going after all these certificates, doing all this stuff, right? Making all these sacrifices. And she gets everything that she needs. She starts applying for this job. She gets rejected a few times. She finally gets the interview, goes through the whole process. She lands her dream job. So this is a huge accomplishment for her. Huge, right? One of the first people that she tells about this accomplishment is her best friend. Tells her best friend she's excited. Of course, the best friend's been knowing, has known about everything the whole time. And the best friend does not immediately congratulate her. She tells her, okay, let's see how long this lasts before the stress gets to you. Because the job is really demanding. So she says that, laughs it off, then circles back around and congratulates her, right? Now, Cadence doesn't make this a big deal because I think she just kind of chops it up to her personality. Because what? How do you not congratulate me? But anyways, they move on. And then a few weeks later, Cadence decides to have a happy hour, a get together, at a restaurant to celebrate her accomplishment because her friends, her circle is aware of everything she's been up to this last year and a half, right? So they go out, they go to the place she wants to go to. Her best friend is the last one to show up. She shows up y'all, the happy hour is damn near over. She shows up. They're about to make a toast and the best friend is on her phone instead of participating in the toast. So whether you drink or not, still participate in the toast and pay attention. And I think as a best friend, you might even want to, say some kind words or hype your best friend up, right? She's on her phone the entire time. All right, so now they're continuing. People are taking their shots, their drinks, whatever after the toast. Then out of nowhere, she blurts out basically the secret that Cadence told her about her finances. There's some stuff that she's going through and her best friend was the only one that knew about it. She blurts it out in front of everybody. So Cadence says she feels this small. She just feel like shit, girl, what? Why would you say that? You know what I mean? And she said immediately that she felt like she wanted to throw her drink in her face. That's what she saw herself doing, basically, right? Throwing a drink in her face, but she didn't do that. But she just felt really small. She was embarrassed. She left out of her own happy hour crying. She wasn't going to the bathroom, but she ended up running out. And she left. She left her own happy hour, okay? Now, since this has happened, she's heard from everybody at the table except her best friend. So she tells me, well, she asked me, she was like, Rhonda, should I confront her? Do I confront her or do I just let it be? And I'm like, girl, what? And for me, it's like I had to ask you. I sent some follow-up messages, like, what kind of, like, why is she your best friend? Like, why would you consider her your best friend? And really what it boils down to, they've known each other for a long time. That's what it sounds like. It's time. She's been around. It's convenient. And it's just a title that she somehow got at some point. Maybe she was a really good friend at one point. So there's that. She told me she was really flaky. But she said that there are moments when she gives really good advice and she's been a good listener and she's just kind of been around through a lot of things she's been through in life, right? And so I'm just like, confront her. You want to know so she asked me, should I confront her or should I let it be? This woman is not your friend. Her reaction of not congratulating you is very telling. I think that says a lot about someone's initial response to your good news, your big news. Is somebody downplaying it, cracking jokes? That doesn't sit well with me. And I've been on the receiving end of that, where somebody that, I was really close to, I'm sharing like really big news and they were like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, huh? Like, I mean, y'all, I almost melted. Like, I thought I was about to just die, honestly, on the inside. Like, huh? Like, how could you just say, okay, cool. Like, this is such massive news. And I feel like you just don't care, And it feels like a slap in the face because it is, right? So I think that was very telling. I don't think there's anything to confront here. I think for myself, when I'm looking to confront someone or address an issue or a situation with somebody, I'm confronting you so that I can get clarity about, the situation. I'm trying to understand what happened. I'm trying to understand how we got in this place, or whatever. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some clarity. And I think it was just very clear that she was not happy for you, sitting down on your phone during a toast, not paying attention, not locked in, showing up late, like it wasn't important enough. Like, I get it. We're all busy. I understand that. But coming at the end, and it's like, it's not like you came in like, girl, I'm so sorry. Things were wild. Let me go ahead and get you a drink. Like, I want to toast it up and like really celebrate you, right? You didn't come in hype. You didn't have no energy. And then you gonna put me on blast and say something that I told you in confidence. You gonna say that in front of everybody and embarrass me? And it's like, the woman hasn't said anything because I feel like that she was satisfied with the outcome. She wanted to embarrass you. And so what is there to say? And I asked her too, I did say this. I'm like, do y'all have like, because your best friend may not necessarily be in your circle of friends with other people. But she was like, yeah, we have mutual friends. So I'm like, has your best friend reached out to any of the mutual friends? She was like, no. I'm like, no, like there's nothing to confront. I say, let it be. I say that y'all ran y'all course. I think it was a friendship of convenience, and just history and time. And that happens to a lot of us, because I think the thought of making new friends and like, having to put in an effort to connect with new people and build a new community in a circle, the idea of that is daunting. It is, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to do that, but you also deserve to have good friends and people who just like you. Because at the end of the day, y'all, I think a lot of us, looking back, have had people in our lives that just straight up don't like us, do not like us as people. They don't. So if you don't like somebody, how can you celebrate? How can I root for you? How can I support you? I don't like you. I don't like you at all, and maybe the best friend is going through something. She has her own insecurities that she's projecting to everybody in every part of her life. Maybe that's what's going on, but she certainly is not a best friend, in my opinion. I just don't think there's anything to confront. I really don't. Because I mean, she embarrassed you. She couldn't celebrate you. She wasn't happy for you. I don't know what else there is to say. Like, she, again, in my opinion, is very satisfied with the outcome. She came to ruin your moment, pretty much. Maybe she's a person also that just doesn't like it when it's about other people. Like, she's a person that really needs the spotlight at all times. And even in that, people that have big personalities that like to have the spotlight, if you like somebody and they're your best friend and they're your friend, you know how to step aside and let somebody have their moment. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to confront, in my opinion. I think you got to let it be. This woman is not your best friend. She's not a friend. She is just someone that's been in your life. And maybe something happened along the way that changed her or that made her feel differently about you. But I think this is definitely your sign to let that relationship and that friendship go, so that you can move on. As you go into this new position, and continue to further in life and continue to be who you are. You seem like a really sweet person. Just the messages you sent me. You'll continue to attract different people. Allow yourself to attract different people. Put yourself out there to find other friends, activities that you're into. You know, be a part of clubs, social clubs, or whatever. Something else. Put yourself out there. If you want to find new friends, you might not need a best friend. That's cool too. You might not even need a best friend. That's it. You said that there were other people there, you know, that you have great relationships with. That, you know, it seems like y'all have great relationships. So yeah, you gotta let her go. You gotta let that be. And I know that can be really hard to swallow and accept, but it's time. It's time to let her ass go. Because I mean, like, if you haven't reached out, you let your best friend run out of an establishment. You didn't go after her and you haven't called her. What kind of best friend are you? But I mean, also, you're not a best friend because you never would have said what you said in front of everybody. Like, come on now. But the intention was to embarrass you. So that's why she did it. She pulled that card out. It was a perfect timing, you know what I'm saying, to like really shit on your moment pretty much. You know, so we definitely got to be mindful of the way that people make us feel, the things that they say and how they are around us. I think that we've given a lot of people passes in our lives. And that shit just gets old after a while. It does. You know, it really, really does. So that's my advice. That's what I think. Y'all meet me in the comments and let me know what you would do in this situation. What do you suggest that Cadence does? You know, is there anything to confront? Because again, in confrontation, I'm really probably just going off on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like letting out all my energy and feelings about the situation and how you made me feel. But it's like there's nothing really to confront or clarify in my opinion. But yeah, should she confront her? If she does confront her, what should she say during this confrontation? Is this friendship worth salvaging over time? Maybe can things get better? And maybe they can, but she would have to be a different person. Like the best friend would have to go through something where she reflects and changes and grows, and maybe they become associates or something in the future. Maybe start with being associates and kind of see where it goes from there. But yeah, as is, hell no. Run. Like for real, run. You don't need those kind of people in your life. You don't. So that's it, y'all. That is the video. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I will meet y'all in the comments. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace.